Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nanda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is 18th of August. It is Shravana Masa or Sridhara Masa. And Shukla Paksham and Chaturdasi Tithi. So there are no extra events today in the calendar. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Lord Brahma, so he is speaking to Narada Muni and the request of Narada Muni. Narada Muni wanted to know all about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he was inquiring from Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma, he initially explained the technical details of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and how he expands the Virat Rupa Purusha Sukta Nidharana. After that, Brahma is explaining the incarnations, Leela incarnations of the Supreme Lord. So far, Brahma explained about the Varahadeva incarnation and Yajna, Suyajna, who is the son of the Ruchi and Akuti. So Ruchi Prajapati's son, that is Suyajna. So Suyajna he has occupied the position of Indra when there is no qualified person to occupy the Indra's position. Indra is the position like a prime minister or president like that. So there, who has performed 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas successfully, then he will be eligible to occupy the Indra's seat in the heavenly planets. So that Suyajna, and he has removed the distance within the three planetary systems. That's why Swayambhumanu called him Hari. Jato ruchehe ajanayat suyaman isvejnyaha akuti sunuhu amaran ata dakshinayam lokatrayasya mahatim aharad yadatim swayambhuvena manuna Hari iti anuktaha. And so Suyajna, he has begotten the children headed by the Suyama in the womb of Dakshina, who is the wife of Suyajna. Suyajna and Dakshina, they both were born as a couple in the womb of Akuti. And later on, Swayambhumanu, on the request of that the firstborn child of Ruchi Prajapati needs to be given to Swayambhumanu. So Swayambhumanu raised Suyajna in his own home. And Suyajna, he has removed the distress of all the three worlds. That's why Swayambhumanu called him Hari. So after that, Brahma, he is moving to the next incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is speaking about the Kapila Bhagavan incarnation. So Kapila Bhagavan, he has appeared as the son of Kardama Prajapati and the Devhuti, and he is the youngest son of Devhuti Mata. So there are 9 daughters. Before Kapila Prajapati, Devhuti begot on 9 daughters. So they are like, one of them is Anusuya Mata as well. So after that, once all the 9 daughters are given to so other Prajapatis according to their desire and the quality of the daughters, and then Kardama Prajapati, once Kapil Bhagavan, he was raised to enough to look after his mother, Kardama Prajapati went to forest for completing dedicating to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Later on, when the Devhuti was under the protection of Kapila Bhagavan, and when Devhuti was bit disturbed with the senses, they are disturbing the sense. Senses are disturbing Devhuti Mata. And then she came to Kapila Bhagavan and asking for relievement from the material distress. Then Kapila Bhagavan explained the Atma Tattvam, this transcendental knowledge. And then Devhuti is completely relieved from the material entanglements, and then she attained the abode of the Kapila Bhagavan. So, abode of Kapila Bhagavan is one of the Vaikuntha planets. So, likewise, Brahma is saying today. So, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, and chapter 7, verse number 3. So, Brahma is explaining these incarnations in a random manner, so not in a chronological way. So, Sutta Goswami, he has summarized in the first canto, third chapter, in a chronological way. जज्ञे च कर्दमगृहे द्विजदेवभूत्यां स्त्रीभिः समं नवभिः आत्मगतिं स्वमात्रे ऊचेय आत्मशमनं गुणसङ्गपङ्कम् अस्मिन् विधूय कपिलस्य गतिं प्रपेदे यज्ञे च कर्दमगृहे द्विजदेवभूत्याम् and Jajnecha. So he took birth Kardama Gruhe in the home of Kardama Prajapati, Dvija Hutyam. So Kardama Prajapati is Dvija and he is a Brahmana, or Brahma is addressing Narada Muni as Brahmana. Jajnecha Kardama Gruhe Dvija, O Narada, Devahutyam, and Devahutyam in the womb of Devahuti. Stribihi Samam Navabihi, and Stribihi by women, Samam Navabihi accompanied by 9 daughters. So 9 daughters are begotten in the womb of Devahuti Mata. Atmagatim Swamatre, and Kapila Bhagavan, not only he accompanied 9 daughters, and also he has given Atmagatim Swamatre, well, that is the spiritual realization onto his own mother, Devhuti. And Vuche, he has uttered Yayatma Shamalam Gunasanga Pankam, Yayatma Shamalam. Yaya, by which Atma Shamalam, coverings of the spirit soul. Gunasanga Pankam. Gunasanga is the associated with the modes of material nature. Pankam is the mud. So when the spiritual soul come in contact with the matter, then it entangles. And then one will come in the jurisdiction of the 3 material modes of nature. They act on the body, material body. And here, after getting this knowledge, what happened? Asmin vidhoya kapilasya gatim prapede. Asmin vidhoya. Asmin, in this very life, in that very life, being washed off, vidhoya, being washed off, what? Guna sanga pankam. Completely free from the material entanglements. Those 3 material, goodness, passion, and ignorance, they are very strong. But with the Atmagatim, with the transcendental knowledge, Devahuti Mata completely freed from the material entanglement. Asmin vidhoya kapilasya gatim, kapilasya gatim, Kapila Bhagavan. So the kapilasya gatim is the liberation from this material world, and wherever the kapilasya in the path of Kapila Bhagavan, prapede, she has achieved. So Devhuti Mata got a liberation once she has heard this transcendental knowledge, and then she practiced that. This is so in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, and similarly Kapila Bhagavan spoke this Kapila Gita to Devhuti. This is the Sankhya philosophy. There is no difference between the devotional service and Sankhya philosophy. So Kapila Bhagavan also explained this Sankhya philosophy, also devotional service uh, this to yo uh, Bhakti Yogasya Maya Manavi Budiritah Yayoho Ekatarenaiva Purushaha Purusham Rajet Bhakti Yogasya. So Bhakti Yoga is the devotional service. Yogasha is the Sankhya philosophy. Maya Manavi Budiritaha. I have explained, O Mother Devahuti, I explained this Sankhya philosophy and also devotional service. Yayoho Ekatarenaiva. Out of these the two, if you just follow one path, it will be easy. Purushaha Purusham Rajet, you will attain the liberation. You can go back to the abode of the Lord. So that is here Kapil Bhagavan gave those two philosophies and Devhuti Mata took the devotional service. But Sankhya philosophy, it is the one has to go to the secluded place and perform all kinds of austerities, cleans himself, putting himself in a right posture, uh, and then concentrate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his four-handed form. That form is so beautiful. It is given the description of Supreme Personality of Godhead, limb after limb, the feet. He has to meditate for a long time, and then legs, another long time, and then knees, another long time, thighs, and then so one will gradually elevate, come to the face of the Lord. So that way, Kapila Bhagavan explained that comes as part of the Sankhya philosophy. In Sankhya philosophy also, one has to meditate on the four-handed form of the Lord. That is Sankhya philosophy. And in the devotional service, he is engaging himself in the deity worship. So he go to the temple and with the offering flowers, fruits and everything, and he worship the Lord, make friendship with the like-minded devotees, and he is compassionate to the lower who are not yet developed in the devotional service and help them, and who are advanced in devotional service, show much respect to them. So this is one has to follow those devotional service and always hearing Krishna Katha. That is the devotional service. Whatever the Krishna consciousness movement, it is explaining all about devotional service, which is easy. Krishna also stressed at the same point. Going to the secluded place, it is very difficult, especially in this age of Kali. So that Sankhya philosophy and devotional service, Kapil Bhagavan explained to Devhuti, and Devhuti Mata completely freed from the entire material entanglement, and she has attained the Kapilasya Gatim. यज्ञे च कर्दमगृहे द्विजदेवहूत्यां स्त्रीभिः समं नवभिः आत्मगतिं स्वमात्रे ऊच्य आत्मशमलं गुणसङ्गपङ्कम् अस्मिन् विधूय कपिलस्य गतिं प्रपेदे. So translation for this verse. The Lord then appeared as the Kapila incarnation, being the son of the Prajapati Brahmana Kardama and his wife Devhuti, along with 9 other women, the sisters. He spoke to his mother about self-realization, by which, in that very lifetime, she became fully cleansed of the mud of the material modes and thereby achieved liberation, the path of Kapila. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Meena Mataji, would you like to read the purport, please?
The instruction of Lord Kapila to his mother Devhuti are fully described in the third canto, chapter 25 to 32 of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and anyone who follows the instruction can achieve the same liberation obtained by Devhuti. The Lord spoke Bhagavad Gita, and thereby Arjuna achieved self-realization, and even today, anyone who follows the path of Arjuna can also attain the same benefit as Sri Arjuna. The scriptures are meant for the purpose unintelligent person made their own interpretations by imagination and thus misled their follower, causing their to remain in the dungeons of material existence. However, simply by following the uh, im- imparted imparted by Lord Krishna or Lord Kapila, one can obtain the highest benefit even today. The word Atma Gatim is significant in the sense of perfect knowledge of the Supreme. One should not be satisfied simply by knowing the qualitative equality of the Lord and the living being. One should know the Lord as much as can be known by our limited knowledge. It is impossible for the Lord to be known perfect as He is even by such liberated person as Shiva or Brahma. So what to speak of other demigods, demigod or men, demigod or men in the demigod or man in this world. Still, by following the principle of the great devotee and the instruction available in the scriptures, one can know to a considerable considerable consider, considerable extent the future features of the Lord, his lordship Kapila, the incarnation of the Lord, instruct his mother fully about the personal form of the Lord, and thereby she realized the personal form of the Lord and was able to achieve a place in the Vaikunt Loka, where Lord Kapila pre- predominated. Even every incarnation of the Lord has his own abode in the spiritual sky. Therefore, Lord Kapila also has his separate Vaikuntha planet. The spiritual sky is not is spiritual sky is very spiritual sky Kapila, but even incarnation of the Lord is on yeah. So the spiritual sky is not void. There are innumerable Vaikunt planet, and in each of them the Lord by his innumerable expansions predominated, and the pure devotee who are there also live in the same sky as the Lord and his eternal association. While the Lord descended while sorry when the Lord descended personality or by his personal plenary expansions, such incarnations uh, are called
Amsha.
amsa kala guna yuga guna yuga and man, manavatara
Manvantara.
Manvantara incarnation, and when the Lord association and the Lord associated descended by the other of the Lord. Such such incarnation are called Satya Sak, Sak, Sakta Sakyasya incarnation. Sak,
Satyavesha.
Saktavesha incarnation, but in all cases, all the incarnation are supported by the innumerable, invaluable, in, invulnerable statement of the authorized scriptures, and and not by any imaginations of some self interested propagandist. Such incarnation of the Lord in either of the above categories always declare the pers- Supreme Personality of Godhead to be the ultimate truth. The impersonal conceptions of the Supreme Truth is just a process of nega- nega- negations negation of the form of the Lord from the mundane concepts of the Supreme Truth. The living entity, by their very constitutions, are spiritually as good as the Lord, and the only difference between them is that the Lord is always supreme and pure without contamination by the modes of material nature, whereas the living entity are apt to be contaminated by association with the material modes of goodness, patience, and ignorance. These contaminations by the material modes can be washed off completely by knowledge, renunciations, and devotional service. Devotional service to the Lord is the ultimate issue, and therefore, those who are directly engaged in the devotional service of the Lord not only acquire the necessary knowledge in spiritual science but also attain detachment from material connection and are thus promoted to the kingdom of God by complete liberation as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 14.26. Mama Mamacha Mamachayo Vibhicharana Bhakti Yoga Vyabhacharina Mama cha यह व्यभिचारिणः भक्ति योगेन सवस्ते सगुणं सम सगुणं समत्ययति ब्रह्म भुवः कल्पते ब्रह्म भुवः कल्पते. Even in the non non-liberated stage, a living entity can be directly engaged in the transcendental transcendental living service of the personality of Godhead Lord Krishna of his plenary his expansions like Rama and and, and Narsimha. Thus, with the proper property proper proportionate improvement of proper proper proportionate improvement of such transcendental devotional service, the devotee makes defi- definite definite progress toward Brahma, Brahmagat, Brahman Gati or Atma Gatim and ultimately attain Kapilasya Gatim. Gatim or the abode of the Lord without difficulty. The anticipatic potency of devotional service to the Lord is so great that it can neutralize neutralize the material infection even in the present life of a devotee. A devotee does not need to wait for his next birth for complete liberation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here in this, the purport Prabhupada is explaining about the Kapila Bhagavan. So he has explained all the Sankhya philosophy and devotional service to Devhuti Mata. So that is starting from the verses, chapters in the third canto, 25th to 32. So 20, how many chapters? Around 8 chapters. So anyone who follows the instructions can achieve the same liberation obtained by Devhuti. So they are very, very beautiful instructions. And so here in the Bhagavad Gita, we may see some verses they will be reflecting. Krishna says many instructions to Arjuna. It is complete philosophy. But here, Kapil Bhagavan also explaining philosophy, and which is so pleasing. And here, 8 chapters in a summarized way. Kapil Bhagavan explains only two yogas, Sankhya philosophy and Bhakti yoga. But Krishna explained Karma yogam, Dhyana yogam, and all of the many topics in the Bhagavad Gita. It covers everything. But here, the focus was only on the Sankhya philosophy and Bhakti yoga. So here using these two, and but Krishna says that yoginam sarvesham madghatenantratmana shraddhavan bhajite yomam sameyukta tamo mataha. That is the highest perfection because he directly takes the shelter of the devotional service. He doesn't have to worry about anything, whether he will fall down or not. Krishna assured him, Name bhakta pranasyati, kaunte pradijani, he name bhakta pranasyati. He is already in the safe boat. That is devotional service. He will never ever fall down. But the yogis like who are meditating, बहुजन्म विपक्वेन सम्यग् योग समाधिना द्रष्टुम यतन्ते यतयः शून्यागारेषु यत्पदम्. They will go to the secluded place and trying to achieve this liberation, but it is बहुजन्म विपक्वेन. It will be failing after so many lifetimes. So it is not that much easy. But whereas devotional service, it is in the safe boat. So either first of all, he is on the boat. Whether he fall or he doesn't fall, he do anything, he is still on the boat. But here yogi, he is trying with his own strength. So that's why Krishna stresses. So here, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, and Arjuna achieved the self-realization. And even today, anyone who follows the path of Arjuna can also attain the same benefit as Arjuna. So the scriptures are meant for this purpose. So all scriptures, Vedas and everything, all scriptures, all Puranas, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, anything, if you touch it, that means you are relieving from the material entanglements. Otherwise, if you are more, if there is no change in your life, even though you are doing, that means you have not got any faith at all. So that is the script, but scriptures are meant for this purpose, to free oneself, the soul, from the material entanglement, to go back to Godhead, Vaikuntha planets. It is not simply to engage ourselves in the materialistic activities, doing pious and sinful activities, again stay back. That is not for this purpose. So foolish, unintelligent persons make their own interpretations by imagination and thus mislead their followers, causing them to remain in the dungeon of material existence. This is what happens. Many people, they divert the peoples according to their interest. People, they go to some kind of Baba and different demigods with desires. I want, oh my God, please free from this problem. I want my son to become an engineer. I want my husband to be very good and earn so much of money. And we wanted to do that vrata, this vrata, to accumulate money. And all my home needs to fill with lots of gold, silver, and cash in a wardrobe or something. So, and all good clothing, vehicles. This is what many people go to the gods, but that is not the purpose. The Vedic scriptures divert the soul. It is Vedic scriptures. It has to direct the person to the liberation side. This is Gramya Dharma Nivritisha Moksha Dharma Ratistada. That is Gramya Dharma. It doesn't matter, one may be having a very polished, nice dress and going to the temple and offering prayers and then coming back and showing to the video in a media, something like that. That is not the devotional service. That is Gramya Dharma. One has to relieve that Gramya Dharma Nivrittisha Moksha Dharma Ratistada. And then follow the regulative principles. Mitmedhya Alanam Shashvat. So that is the liberation part that Kapil Bhagavan explained, Krishna also explains. And simply following the instructions imparted by Lord Krishna or Lord Kapila, one can obtain the highest benefit even today. The word Atmagatim is significant in the sense of perfect knowledge of the Supreme. One should not be satisfied simply by knowing the qualitative equality of the Lord and the living being. So, in quality, the living entity as a spirit soul, Krishna as a super soul, in quality is the both. But Krishna is always in his spiritual form, but as individual soul, we are covered by the subtle layer and gross layer of the material bodies. So one should know the Lord as much as one can be known by our by our limited knowledge. We cannot understand. It is not possible for us to understand. While even by such liberated persons, Shiva or Brahma, they cannot understand what to speak of other demigods. So here, Naham na yoyam yaditam gatim vidur navama devah kimuta paresuraha tanmaya mohita buddhe svidam vinirmitam chatmasam vichakshmahe. Brahma says to Narada Muni in the previous chapters. For Narada Muni, I do not understand. Lord Shankara cannot understand. You cannot what to speak of other demigods. So this is we cannot understand the Supreme Lord and his potencies. They are keep on increasing. So, and then further Prabhupada is explaining, still by following the principles of the great devotees and the instructions available in the scriptures, one can know a considerable extent the features of the Lord. This is Bhakya Mama Vijanati Yavana Shashmi Tatvataha. The devotees, they understand in scientific way. And then his lordship Kapila, the incarnation of the Lord, instructed his mother fully about the personal form of the Lord. This is the personal form of the Lord. It is explained. He is so beautiful. Uh, one has explaining this one. The 400 form. He's a bluish color. His hair is blue, and his eyes are. It is the description. 28th chapter of third canto. It is the treasure, the nectar. When one goes through that one, he will immerse himself in the ocean of nectar, seeing and meditating each and every limb of the Lord. One shloka for each limb. That is the pouring of the nectar. It's so beautiful. We have to sit on one day to meditate. That is the beautiful form of the 400 form of the Lord. And thereby she realized the personal form of the Lord and was able to achieve a place in Vaikuntha where Lord Kapila predominates. We have got innumerable Vaikuntha planets, like whatever the so Varaha Bhagavan's there is another planet, and Narasimhadeva's planet is there, and Mashya Avatara. So that Mashya incarnation, the Lord's Mashya form, that there is another planet. Likewise, each individual incarnations, all the 22, and there's not only 22, many other incarnations, they have got their own abodes in the Vaikuntha planets that we could see in the Goloka chart. We have seen number of times before. So therefore, Lord Kapila also has his separate Vaikuntha planet. The spiritual sky is not wide, innumerable Vaikuntha planet. We have been discussing this description of Vaikuntha, the Narayana, on Saturday mornings. This is the Vaikuntha. And by his innumerable expansions and predominates, and the pure devotees who are also live in the same style as Lord and his eternal associates. Why we have got so many things? The living entities, they are variegatedness. So each and every person has got a different taste. So because of different taste, he is accustomed to serve Lord Ramachandra or serve Krishna, Radha Krishna. Some worship Ranganatha, some worship Guru Ayur, some worship Lord Venkateshwara, some worship different forms of the Lord, Jagannath and Dwarakadesh and Vrindavan, Radha Krishna. So different forms they are attracted. So each form the Lord has got. Likewise, according to the living entities, Lord has got a different planet. So there the mood is the same in aligning with the Lord, same style as the Lord and his eternal associates. So here, Prabhupada is stressing one has to take the shelter of expansions of Krishna, the Vishnu forms. They're all transcendental. Deeparche, Deeparchare Vihidasantaram Abhipecha, Deepayate Vivrata Hetu Samana Dharma, Vivrata Hetu Samana Dharma. Though they are different, but Samana Dharma, they are without the same potency. So, but Krishna is the original. So he is the first candle. All others are many other candles. Though all candles are the same, but Krishna is the first candle. So, and then later Prabhupada is explaining, Lord descends personally or by his personal plenary expansion. Such incarnations are called Amsha, Kala, Guna, Yuga, and Manvantara incarnations. So here, in the beginning of the uh, in the first canto, third chapter, Sutta Goswami was explaining, while explaining all about the Leela incarnations. They are explained Amsha Amshena. They are Kala Vishesho. This is Govinda Madi Purushan. This is Mahavishnu is the Kala. And Amsha's Leela incarnations, we see that. Guna incarnations are Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Yuga avatars are for each Yuga like the different colors, white color, peach color, that is yellow color, gold, yellow or gold color, and red color, like that. They are Yuga avatars. Manvantara avatars, and Lord, in each Manvantara, Lord also appears. They are categorized in a different category. This Amsha, Kala, Guna, Yuga, and Manvantara. So these are also as part of the Goloka chart. If you see the right bottom, there is a structure and given all these different categories. But in all cases, all the incarnations are supported by the invulnerable statements of the authorized scriptures. So they are completely free from all kinds of illusions and mistakes. Invulnerable statements. They are very clear, straightforward, not by any imagination of some self-interpreted or self-interested propagandist. One should not use by his personal mental speculations. We have to take from the authorized scriptures. Such incarnations of the, and also these scriptures comes in the um, from the mouth of the Lord. It is the Apaurushayam. Vedas are Apaurushayam. And Dharmam Shakshat Bhagavad Praneetam. They are spoken directly by the Supreme Personality. Bhagavad Gita spoken by the Lord through his mouth. And Vedas comes from his the breath, Apaurushayam. So which is most important when so some devotees say Bhagavad Gita, it is the essence of all the scriptures. And such incarnate, and here all these scriptures, they will only direct to one Supreme Personality of Godhead to engage themselves in the devotional service. Such incarnations of the Lord in either of the above categories always declare the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be the ultimate truth. The impersonal conception of the truth is just a process of negation of the form of the Lord from the mundane conception of the Supreme Truth. So this again, impersonal conception is not recommended by Krishna or even Kapila Bhagavan. It is not recommended. So even Rigveda, uh, Tadvishtoho Paramam Padam, that is also mentioned in the Rigvedam. So one has to take the part of the Vishnu. And here later on, the living entities by their very constitution are spiritually as good as the Lord, and only difference between them is that Lord is always supreme and pure, without contamination by the modes of material nature, whereas living entities are apt to be contaminated by association with the material modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. So here, the what nature of spirit soul, tada purusha atmanam kevalam prakrite param. Nirantaram Swayam Jyotihi Animanam Akanditam. The living entity, even we are always eternal. Tada Purusha Atmanam Kevalam Prakrute Param. We also eternal, just like the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But what is the difference? We are Animanam. Animanam is very small, minute. Animanam Akanditam, it is eternal. minute and eternal, but we are covered, and it is akanditam nirantaram swayam jyotihi. All the time it is eternal. It is not that once we die everything is finished. It is not. It is nirantaram swayam jyotihi animanam akanditam. It is the eternal, but we are covered by this material modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. But whereas the Lord, He sambhavami atmamaya, name karma palasprihe, mattah param nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya, aham sarvasya prabho, mattah sarvam pravartate. So that is Krishna, Atma, sambhavami atmamaya. He is not covered by the three material modes of nature. He is not attracted by the karmic activities. Nothing will touch him. That is the supreme personality of Godhead. Whereas we, as individual souls, he is affected by the contamination. Karanam gunasangasya sad asadhyoni janmasu. That is the nature of living entity. So this contamination by the material modes can be washed off completely by knowledge, renunciation, and devotional service. This is jnana vairagyuktena bhakti yogena sevate. One has to come to that point. And there, so here, asevyayam prakrutir gunanam yo jnanena vairagya vijrumbitena yogena mai apitayacha bhaktya mam pratyagatmanam ihavarunde. Once with complete knowledge and renunciation, not serving the material nature, and but coming into the devotional service, he will get into the position as a Jivan Mukta. And devotional service to the Lord is ultimate issue, and therefore those who are directly engaged in devotional service of the Lord not only acquire the necessary knowledge in spiritual science, but also attain detachment from material connection and are thus promoted to the kingdom of God by complete liberation. So this is the powerful nature of the devotional service: detachment, knowledge, and also finally blissfulness. Ananda Chinmaya. So this is the and how that can be. And here Krishna says, "Mam chayo avibicharena." Avibicharena is without any deviation. Only Krishna, not to any other demigods. When we go to other demigods, if someone may ask that, can't I worship them? We have to respect all the demigods. But when it comes to the worship, we are focusing only on Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna. Mam chayo abhivicharena bhakti yogena sevate. In the loving devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is required. But a devotee of Krishna, he never goes to the demigod worship again. He will never lower himself. That is the position. But devotees of anyone, it is the gradual demigod worship. Later on, someone may come to Durga worship. Later on, Lord Shankara worship. Later on, Vishnu worship. And then later on, still further, this is Krishna. They will take to the devotional service to Krishna. Sagunan samati chaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. This is what happens. They will attain the brahma bhuyaya kalpate. And sagunan samati iti etan. And they will transcend the three material modes of nature. Even in the non-liberated stage, this is called Jivan Mukta. A living entity can be directly engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, or his splendid expansions like Rama, Narasimha. Thus, the proportionate improvement of its transcendental devotional service, the devotee makes definite progress toward Brahmagatim or Atmagatim, ultimately attains Kapilasya Gatim or the abode of the Lord without difficulty. So this is there Kapila Bhagavan says that Tair Darshaneya Avayavaihi Udara Vilasahasepchita Vamasuptaihi Prutatmano Huta Puranam Cha Bhaktihi Anichito Me Gatim Anviyam Prayunkte. So he says that when the devotees come and see my different parts of the body and my smilings and my talks, Vilasa Hasekchita Vamasuptaihi. And by hearing those instructions, devotees, they bhakti, they will lose their heart to me. They will lose their heart to me. And by that, Anitome Gatim Anviyam Prayunkte, even though they do not desire specifically, but automatically their path is prepared. That is Brahmagatim. Anitome Gatim Anviyam Prayunkte, it is already set. The liberation, it is already there. They do not have, they simply need to be attracted. Madharmano Gunairetaihi Parisham Shuddha Ashayaha. One has to, so Madharmano Gunairetaihi, one who hears the qualities of the Lord. Madharmano Gunairetaihi Parisham Shuddha Ashayaha. And one wanted to also be like that, and he will be attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purushasya Anjasabhyeti Shrutamatra Gunam Himam. Just by hearing, he will be attracted and he will be absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Shrutamatra Gunam Himam, just by hearing. But only one has to have got that kind of attention. Dhrudavrataha. Bhajanti Mam Dhrudavrataha. And here, so that is antiseptic potency of the devotional service to the Lord is so great that it can neutralize the material infection even in the present life of a devotee. A devotee does not need to wait for his next birth for complete. This is Mam Pratyagatmanam Ihavarunde. When we are living in this current material body itself, one experience this complete liberation. This is Atma. Mam Pratyagatmanam Iha Avarunde, that Kapil Bhagavan says. One doesn't have to wait until he leaves his body. He will experience here. So here this is the statement of the scriptures. Kapil Bhagavan says, Prabhupada explaining, Krishna also says the same thing. Otherwise, how do one knows that? If there are many people are coming to the devotional service Krishna consciousness, why they are coming? They are seeing other people. The people who are liberated, they are still having material body here. And by looking at the models and examples, everyone has to follow in their path. Otherwise, no one will be attracted. They have not seen practically. So this is called Jivan Mukta. So here, a devotee does not need to wait for his next but for complete liberation. So this is the assurance. Okay, so here Prabhupada is giving very beautiful explanations here in this purport. And so see, this is the Brahma is explaining to Narada Muni about Kapila Bhagavan, and Prabhupada is given complete narrations on it. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yajñecha kadhama grihe dvijadeva hutyam strivihi samam navavihi atmagatim somatre uche atma shamalam gunasanga pankam asmin vidoya kapilasthi gatim prapede. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Hladini or Linda, March 29, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request any devotees to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu Mary.
Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear daughter Hladini Dasi, Linda, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated 26th March 1970, asking to become my initiated disciple in Krishna consciousness and also your beads for chanting. I am very glad to know that you are strictly observing the rules and regulations of Krishna consciousness faithfully, and now I am very glad to accept you as my initiated student. I am returning your beads herewith duly chanted by me. Your initiated name is Hladini Devi Dasi. Lord Krishna's pleasure potency is called Hladini. So, this spiritual energy of Krishna's pleasure potency, Hladini, is Srimati Radharani, who is always increasing the transcendental pleasure of Krishna by her super excellent loving devotional service. Radharani is the most confidential servant of the Lord, and Hladini Dasi means the servant of Radharani. So please always be engaged in chanting Hare Krishna mantra at least 16 rounds daily and work sincerely and eagerly in the service of the Lord, observing the regulative principles, and thus be happy. I am also pleased to know that you will be marrying with Sriman Mahananda in Krishna consciousness, and that you offer your children to Krishna is very, very nice. May Krishna bless you both to work combinedly for mutually advancing in Krishna consciousness more and more. I have written to Mahananda, Mahananda, right? Mahananda.
Yes, Mataji, Mahananda.
Mahananda, that my suggestion is that after some time training in Detroit with Bhagavan Das, you can try to expand our activities by opening a branch in some suitable place. That will be very nice. So please chant Hare Krishna and be happy. That is my desire. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Can you take your points, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, this was a letter Prabhupada was giving initiation to this Mataji Linda, and her initiation name was Hladini Dasi, and Prabhupada was explaining what is Hladini means the pleasure potency of Krishna, which is Radharani. So Hladini Dasi means Radharani's servant, and Radharani is the very confidential servant of Lord, because it is very difficult to understand the position of Radharani and the activities of Radharani. So try to serve the Krishna, and Prabhupada was very happy that these devotee was following the rules and regulations and chanting. So that is the important thing. That is the basic thing that will maintain one in Krishna consciousness. So that is the price we have to pay for to maintain in the Krishna consciousness our sadhana. And Prabhupada was very happy that she was marrying to another devotee, and then Mataji was saying like they will offer their children to Krishna. So that is devotee's mood, like to develop a kid in Krishna consciousness is a big task. So and Prabhupada was very happy that when a kid become Krishna conscious, they are the future. So we will have the hope that this moment will go on. So Prabhupada was very, very happy, and Prabhupada always wanted a married devotees couple have to go somewhere and open a nude center. So that was Prabhupada's method, like sending because previously many sannyasis and brahmachari devotees used to go to some places, but they could not make a big difference, or they could not succeed in that thing. But Prabhupada used to send grahastas, and they were successful in opening a center and maintaining it. So Prabhupada similarly, Prabhupada was asking these devotees also to go somewhere in Detroit and open a center there. So yes, that's was Prabhupada's instruction. And yes, in every devotees, if they are happy, they are following things properly, and Prabhupada was very happy to give them initiation. That is the thing, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely summarized and explained. Any other comments, dear devotees, you wanted to add?
Hare Krishna. Just want to ask the question from the verse we have just read done.
Yes, Mataji.
So Dehuti, so he herself was Kapila God herself was over there born on there. So why she still has material contentment and Kapila?
So Devhuti is the daughter of Swayambhumanu. And Swayambhumanu, so the daughter is Devhuti, and she married to Kaddama Prajapati. So Kaddama Prajapati is a Brahmana, the son of Lord Brahma. And on the instruction of Brahma, Kaddama Prajapati went and he has meditated for 10,000 years to get a wife. And that meditation on the Vishnu. And then Vishnu appeared, and then he says that I have already arranged a wife for you, and it is the daughter of Swayambhumanu. He will be coming in next 1 or 2 days. And then saying that because of your meditation, I am very pleased with you. I will become your son as well. I will take a birth in the womb of your wife Devhuti. And then so Kadma Prajapati knows after few next day or next in 1 or 2 days, Swayambhu comes in his traveling with his procession and bringing his Devhuti. So by the time Devhuti, she has heard about Kadama Prajapati from the Narada Muni and many other people and about his great qualities, and he is desiring a wife. And also Devhuti has given her heart to Kadama Prajapati without looking at him, by just by his qualities. And then Swayambhumanu took Devhuti and with his wife, Swayambhumanu's wife, Satarupa, in a big procession with his the kingly procession. He was coming to that point where Kadam Prajapati was there, and he requested him to accept his daughter Devhuti as the wife of Kadam Prajapati. Kadam Prajapati. So the conversations are very beautiful. They are each and every statement they speak. It is philosophical and meaningful to every one of us. Each and every word they speak. One Kadamba Prajapati glorifies king's qualities and his duties and all the limbs of the king, like people, treasury, and his duties and everything. And also, Swayambhuman also glorifies Kadam Prajapati. So here, Kadam Prajapati is a Brahmana. He is a self-realized person by the time itself, and he accepted Devhuti. So they are in the Swayambhumanu is the human, the father of mankind. Devhuti is also a daughter of Swayambhumanu. So that means she is also woman like us. And Kadma Prajapati is son of Brahma. And he is also he's a Brahmana. And they both got married, and they got 9 children, 9 daughters in the beginning. Kadam Prajapati expanded himself into 9 forms. And then he impregnated Devhuti 9 daughters, and 9 daughters they were born on the same day and they grown on the same day. I mean, grown in the sense they were begotten on the same day, but in due course of time, Devhuti Mata was saying that these children, my daughters, will get married to different Prajapatis, different people, their husbands, and then they will go, what is the shelter for me? Even O Kadam Prajapati, you wanted to go out of the home to the forest to devote yourself unto the Supreme Lord. But what about me? Who will look after? Then Kadam Prajapati stays and remembering the Lord's statement that Lord is going to appear in the womb of Devhuti. And then he stays and then until Kapil Bhagavan takes birth, and then once Kapil Bhagavan, he is grown up in the sense uh, he is able to look after his mother, and then Kadam Prajapati in a secluded place, he come and offer his obeisances to Kapila Prajapati and ask permission that I must leave. I know that you are the supreme personality of Godhead and you have appeared and you have kept your words. You have promised me that you will become my son, and now you have appeared. And then Kapil Bhagavan gives permission to Kadam Prajapati that you can now leave. So Gachakam Maya Prushto, like you can leave the home and you always remember me. And then in such a way you will attain the perfection. So that Kapil Bhagavan gives the permission to Kadma Prajapati, then he leaves. So your question, Mataji.
Yeah, so my question was that even though, yeah, now I understand how that is already decided. But yeah, before my question was then, if it's like God Himself, like come to they with this, it's wise they have material, desire or material, and then Kapil Bhagwan has to tell everything to free from that. So, but now you explain how is it happen. My other question was that this every incarnation they have own planet. I said Kapil Bhagwan has take their own planet. So similarly they have on the like incarnation of God they have own planet. So once they if somebody what you call worship one incarnation, like Narasimha or different. So when they go to that planet, they come back, or it's same as Vaikuntha or Golaka. Once they go, never come back. How does that work?
They are, yes, they are all Goloka and Vaikuntha planets that transcendental. So Yadgatva Nanivattante Tadhama Paramamama. They are never deteriorated.
Yeah.
So
They, like somebody worship
Tamahu Paramam Gatim.
okay. So like somebody like incarnate, somebody worship Narasimha or the Vara avatar or like that. So they have their own planets as Kapil Bhagavan as
Yes.
well. So once somebody worship just one that, and then if they get the liberation on, like on that, they have to come back. As I know, the Swarga Loka, they even the people got the Swarg, like they have to come fallen again back to earth. So what about if they are not go to Vaikuntha or Golaka, but something like incarnation of God, like they go in that planet, still they have to come back, or they don't need, they're not coming back.
So there are many kinds of people. Out of those things, devotees, if they have got some desires as well. So, in the heavenly planets, how Indra worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I would like to have a look and experience how they worship there. And then how the people of Janaloka, Tapoloka, Brahmaloka, they worship, they associate this kind of inquiries in the devotees. So what happens? By the time when they leave their body, they only gradually progress, passing through all the planetary systems, slowly observing each and every planet. And then once they are satisfied, and they only elevate into the Vaikuntha planets, they don't come back. That is one way. And people who are not attached to the devotional service or Krishna and his form, they and performing the pious activities, they go to the up to Brahma Loka and then come down because they have not attained that attachment with Krishna, the service relationship with Krishna, like a father, like a mother, like a friend, or like a servant. So they have not attained any relationship with Krishna. So they cannot enter into the Vaikuntha planet unless one has got a relationship. That is another kind of people. They will come down.
I understand, but like say somebody like worship Ram, or like other form of God, and there is Ram, there is their own Loka, isn't it? So
Yes.
if they worship just Ram or Vishnu, or like with the form of Krishnas like Nasima, or like Vara, or things like that. So if they also they have own planet, like so on once they worship, once they go in that planet, that is like that is not called as a Vaikuntha or like a Goloka, isn't it? So on that planet they fallen back or not, if they just worship in a form of different, not Krishna but different form.
No, they do not fall. So if I go, for example, if one devotee is attracted to Narasimha there, and he goes back to the Narasimha's planet, and then he doesn't come back to the material world again.
Okay.
That is Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means where there is no miseries. He doesn't come back because he has got a service. In the Vaikuntha planet means you have got a service, a relationship with the Lord. And once you understand complete knowledge and transcendental knowledge, blissfulness and blissfulness and eternity. And he
So that
doesn't.
was also called Vaikuntha planet. Okay.
Yes, there are also Vaikuntha planets. It's not a demigod planet. They are all Vaikuntha planets.
Okay. Oh.
They are existing within the Brahma Jyoti.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then okay, I understand.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so from the Prabhupada's letter, any other takeaway points, dear devotees?
And just also like this is also teach to us, isn't it? Like even the Dehuti cannot get material, but this is for us to like how to come out. by giving example to her, like
Yes.
otherwise she's the mother of still, like Kapila. She don't have any material in things, but this is just for us to how to come out from that by giving example like Arjuna and like they
Yeah,
would it.
that's true, Mataji. So here, the Kadma Prajapati, he has created big flying the house, flying city
Mm.
by his yogic power. And Devhuti, while even though she was living in that home with Kapila Bhagavan, she is not attracted to these things after hearing this Sankhya philosophy from Kapila Bhagavan. And gradually she was liberated, though she is living in the home.
Yeah, but this is just for us Sankhya. This
Yes.
was for we can also learn how to come out from it.
Yes. So here, the devotional service, Kapil Bhagavan explained devotional service in a step by step how one has to Madhyashna Darshana Sparsha Puja Suti Abhivandanaihi Bhuteshu Madbhavanaya. So Satyena Asangamena cha. So likewise, Satvena Asangamena cha. One has to take to the deity worship in the home. That way he will gradually free from the material entanglement. That Krishna also says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Raja. And Krishna, Swam, Krishna's name and all his qualities, they are absolute, transcendental. So the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is non different from Krishna. So that's why Ketana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Rajet. Just simply glorifying Krishna, one can attain that liberation. And it is very simple to worship Krishna. So this is Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayati Tadaham Bhakti Upahrutam Asnami Pretatmanaha. This is very simple. Simply offer water, fruit, a tulsi leaf, and a flower. It is easy for everyone, every common man, and very pleasing. And reading Bhagavatam, it is so pleasing to hear.
Thank you. Yeah, this.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So, and here in this Prabhupada's letter, and here this Hladini Mataji, so she is offering her children to Krishna. So here, what it means, she is doing as a devotee, she is doing, but many people and so many animals begetting children, and animal's life is just animal. There is no change. But when it comes to human also raise the children without giving Krishna consciousness. Or you send it to the schools for what? Earning money. Go to the job and then engage yourself. Work for someone else. It is kind of a giving the son as a slavery person to some other people. They will work under someone else. Though they have got land to cultivate, still they will send the children for uh, learn something to work as a servant to someone. But that is not the custom of India. It is if you have got land and cows, you are self-sufficient. You progress, you go to the spiritual master, not to the ordinary learning this mundane science. Go to the spiritual master, learn the transcendental knowledge, and while you grow your own food and you sustain by yourself without becoming a servant of someone else, and you progress in the devotional life with your home and raise your children in Krishna consciousness. That is the Sanatana Dharma. But not everyone has got a land and cows, but one has to go to the spiritual master for the transcendental knowledge and learning other skills for the bodily maintenance. Going to the school is only to learn the transcendental knowledge, but otherwise, everyone can have a art, and this is not the knowledge. It is simply art, how to sustain the body. Even cats and dogs, they don't go to the school to learn to make their body to survive in this material world. it doesn't need separate education. But because many people are there in this world, they need a proper discipline. They should be receiving this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, but simply they are engaged in this technology, that technology, sending to the factories, making their life miserable. So many accidents, so many heart diseases. If they are making disease, government is making their life miserable without God consciousness. What is most important is this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna consciousness is needed. Whenever the center point is kept, everything will be aligned properly. Even the governments work properly. People will live in a pious life. There are no more miseries. That is the world we are desiring. So here, Hladini Mata is offering her children that is very, very glorified. And what happened? Does that mean that she doesn't see? She will always see the children, growing the children in a very uh, uh, blissful environment. No bad habits, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit association, no meat eating, no killing, no harming. Always be happy, humble. तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानेन मानदेन कीर्तनीयः सदा हरिः. When the children are growing like that in Krishna consciousness so happily, that is the fortunate of the parents. One has to voluntarily give their children to the Krishna consciousness. And then so here, Krishna bless you both to work continued combinedly for mutually advancing in Krishna consciousness more and more. So what is the ultimate thing in this material world? It is the death. One has to conquer the death. How it is possible to conquer the death? Coming to Krishna consciousness. That is the conquering of the death. Otherwise, it is not possible. Otherwise, people, every moment they die by the sunrise and sunset. Ayurharite vaipumsam buddhinnastam chennaso tasyadhyat kshunonita uttama shloka vartaya. The sun takes the life from the materialistic people every day by the sunrise and sunset, except the devotees of the Lord. Tasyadhyat kshunonita uttama shloka vartaya. Whoever is hearing the Krishna Katha, except those, everyone's life is decreased. What happens? Does that mean that devotees' bodies doesn't die? The bodies fall down, but devotee doesn't come back to this same body again. He will get the spiritual body. Whereas the materialistic person, once his body falls down, he will take another body, another body, another body. Likewise, he fall within the Janma Chakra, Janma Mrityu, Samsara Chakra. That is, it is a living dead bodies. That is what the scriptures mentions. Jivannapi mruto hi saha. So that is very, very, these statements are not simply statements or simply letters. It contains so much of philosophy behind the scriptural injunctions. Prabhupada has digested everything and putting in one or two statements and appreciating the devotees. That is Prabhupada's letters. Okay, this is my takeaway from this Prabhupada's letter. And so Prabhupada is mentioning, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. That is my desire. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. So coming Tuesday, it is a preaching practice session with Supriya Gopi Mataji on Tuesday at 8 p.m. That is our upcoming event. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna.
And I know, I just want to ask, like,
Yes,
I understand we have to do 16 round or where we're sitting, but like while we're walking and things like that, we just say like Radha Radha or Krishna Ram Ram, or is that, or you have to say whole mantra?
yes, we have to say the whole mantra.
Okay.
That is the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Namnam Kalikalmashanashakam Nataha Parataha Upayaha Sarvavedeshu Dhrusyate. So this is the 16 syllables. Iti
Yeah, but somebody
Shodashakam
was
Namnam.
saying that, like I heard, like, if you have to turn you around and things like that, and then you can just say Radha Radha while walking, or like, but yeah, you have to say whole mantra. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this mantra needs to be, it cannot be altered by anyone with our mental speculations. We cannot add or subtract. But uttering other names of Krishna outside of this mantra, that is all right. But when it comes to the chanting of Maha Mantra, it is mantra. The 16 syllables uttered 16 rounds every day, and each round contains 108 times on 108 beats. We need to chant on the Tulsi beats.
That's why I understand like 16 down. But once, like, while you're walking and doing, going out or whatever, so is that okay? Like, just say Radha Radha or Ram Ram or Krishna Krishna,
Yes,
or
yes, that is all right. Yes, Mataji.
okay,
So,
yeah, that
the,
one thing to do while we're chanting like 16 round or whatever we have decided.
yes,
Outside, sometimes while you're walking, it's just whole mantra, you just not with Radha Radha or Ram Ram, you can just say it continuously.
yes, Mataji. So that is additional thing. It is how our mood and consciousness is attracted towards which names of the Lord I need to utter. So Krishna, Rama, Radha Krishna, Radha Govinda.
Yeah, Radha Krishna or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your time and explanation.
Thank you, Mataji, for raising and asking these questions. So these are, so like Devahuti Mata is inquiring. That's why Kapil Bhagavan is explaining all these things. Narada Muni is asking Brahma, and Brahma is saying and congratulating Narada Muni. Oh, Narada Muni, by asking these kind of questions and inquiries, you are helping me. Brahma says to Narada Muni, you are helping me because so that I can remember pastimes of the Lord and immerse myself. This is Brahma's statement, as we have seen in the fifth and sixth chapters of second canto, when Narada Muni inquired. So all your questions are all accepted. Sammataya Atma Darshana. This is uh, Vidura was asking Maitreya Rishi. Maitreya Rishi says that Vidura says, Shraddhadanaya Bhaktaya Buruhita Janma Vistaram Rushena Trupihi Mana. He mentions that I am not satiated. You please explain everything. Then Maitreya Rishi says it is very beautifully that oh Vidura, you are asking all this. This is knowledge of Atma Tattva and pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whoever hears, they'll be completely free from the three material modes of nature. So this is uh, Yayotana Padaha Putro Yeyotanah Putro Munina Gyatayarbhakaha Mrutyoho Krutyoy Mudhingrim Aruroha Harehe Padam. So just by it is Maitreya says, like you are asking Vidura and Dhruv Maharaj, he also the son of Uttanapada. Yayotanapada Putro Munina Gyatayarbhakaha. Even he was told by Narada Muni, and then he was achieved that liberation. And while he is leaving his body, he stepped his foot on the head of the Mrityu, and then he attained the Harehe Padam. He went back to Hari Padam. So here your inquiries are always transcendental because they are related to Krishna. Very beautiful, Mataji. This is a glorious questions. We're all encouraged when devotees are asking like that.
Thank you for answering and giving. So your time. And thank you very much for it.
Thank you, Mataji. So it's all Prabhupada's mercy, Guru's mercy, and Guru Parampara's mercy, and Krishna is there. Yeah, it is our Lord's mercy. We are simply putting our time to hear Krishna Katha. Okay.
Good Kumar, this son that asked the Rusi Muni asked the questions, like 4 questions, and that's where we get this Bhagavatam and Sukdev Maharaj, Parikshit asked. So yeah, it's just very good. Like asking, then they can also talk about glorious about God, isn't it?
Yes.
Otherwise, we never get this Bhagavatam. We never heard about, because they have asked the Rusi Muni in that. And Parikshit asked this, Sukdev Maharaj.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so the Parikshit, even though he was a devotee from the childhood, so at the end of his life, his determination to the Brahmanas and sages who are assembled at the Ganges river, he mentions that, "Oh, my dear Brahmanas and sages, so it doesn't matter whether the snake will come and bite or some other calamity will come upon me. It doesn't matter. I just want to hear Krishna Katha. Just please do that one." He puts that statement boldly in front of all the Brahmanas in the assembly of the Brahmanas and sages, many people.
He can stop if he wants to stop his cause, isn't it, right? Because he's like
Yes.
pure.
Yes.
If nobody can, even Daxas cannot come and kill him, whatever. But
Yes.
he just wants that. And it was good for him that he knows. Otherwise, nobody know when the time comes or when they come. But that's why he think as well. And
Yes. And so that statement, Shemik Rishi says that the devotees of the Lord, they're tormented and tortured, Shaptaha, even the Mrityu, even they're killed, but they do not take the counteractions. Tadbhaktahi prabhavohi. So even though they're so powerful, they do not take the revenge on the opposite people. They are the qualities of the devotees. So here, Parikshit, though he is powerful enough to counteract, but he didn't take. So that Shemik Rishi only says that statement. Devotees of the Lord, they do not counteract if any people are coming. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that is Trunadapi Sunechena. Harorapi Dahishnuna. This one will simply tolerate. Krishna stresses that. Tam titikshasva bharata. Agamapainu nityaha tam titikshasva bharata. Just tolerate. It is the great quality of the devotees. They have got, even though they are powerful enough, they don't. Even Krishna also says in the Vaikuntha, when the Jaya and Vijaya were cursed by the Brahmanas, and there also Lord says that even though I am able to counteract the Brahmanas curse, but I do not want to do that because it is for your good only. And also, it is the wish of the Lord. It is the wish of the Lord. So if anything happens in the devotee's life, it is the wish of the Lord. Sapo Mayevi. So he says that Sapo Mayeva Nimitaha tad aveta vipraha. O Brahmanas, you are just the medium only, but it is my desire that this curse happened to Jaya and Vijaya. Like in devotee's life, if they are cursed at any way, whatever is happening, it is the desire of the Lord. Though they are powerful enough to counteract such kind of things, they simply wait and tolerate until the time comes. But in day-to-day life, we have to face so many small things. that is the natural life. But here, this is the bigger turning points. If I do this, what happens? Like that. The bigger things with related to the life-changing incidents. One has to accept as they are. Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna Ram Lalla Prabhuji. Thank you for joining. And
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, in fact, is a overlapping program. I have another group, so that's why sometimes I can't join in the course of time. Yeah. Hare
yes,
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so this is from Prabhupada's letter and Bhagavatam. We are nearly 8 o'clock. I don't think we have time for the Sloka learning, but we still try just to respect that one. Just once we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the first canto and the third chapter. So incarnations of Krishna. So in the last session, we have practiced Narada's incarnation. That is the third incarnation. So there it is the Tritiyam Risargam by Devarshitum Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Machasta Naishkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. So in the millennium of the rishis, the personality of God had accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narada, who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected expositions of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. This is Narada Pancharatra. So this is the third incarnation of the Lord. So now we move into the fourth incarnation. So Suta Goswami is explaining about the incarnation is the Naranarayana Rishi. So Naranarayana. So they have taken as birth as the children of Dharma. And then they have performed uh, the great austerities and penances. So this is Narada Suta Goswami is explaining to the Saunakadi sages. तुर्य धर्म कलासर्घ्ये नरनारायण ऋषि भूत्वात्मोपे भूत्वा आत्मो भूत्वा आत्म उपशम उपशम उपेतम अकरोत् दुश्चरन्तपः भूत्वात्मोप भूत्वा आत्मो उपशम उपेतम अकरोत् दुश्चरन्तपः. So here the translation for this. In the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Nara and Narayana, the twin sons of the wife of King Dharma. Thus, he undertook severe and exemplary penances to control the senses. So this is the small verse. So, Turiya Dharma Kalasarghe Naranarayana Rishi Bhotva Atmo Upashama Upetam Akurod Dushcharantapaha. So, can I request the devotees to recite this verse 3 times, and then we shall absorb in this verse and then meditate a little bit. Hare Krishna Gauringi Mataji, would you like to start the recitation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanvar Pranam. Is 3 times Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay then. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Turiye Dharma Kala Sarge Nara Narayana Vrishe Bhuttvatmopasamo Makarodyu Saram Tapaha. Turiye Dharma Kala Sarge Nara Narayana Vrishi Bhuttotmo Pasamo Pita Makaro Duswaram Tapaha Turiye Dharma Kala Sargi Nara Narayana Vrishi Bhuttotmo Pasamo Pita Makaro Duswaram Tapaha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very, very beautiful recitation, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And can I request Ramlala Prabhuji, would you like to try?
Yeah, Shita Sundari also, she will do that. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Turiya dharma sorry. Turiya dharma kala sarge naro narayana vrishi bhutatma atmo pashamo petam peta makarat duscharam tapaha turiya dharma kala sarge naro narayana vrishi bhutatma can you
It is
please
Bhutva Atma Upashama Upetam. Bhutva Atma Upashama Upetam.
thank you Prabhu. Bhutma atma uposhema
Upetam.
petam
Upetam.
makarat duscharam tapaha turiya dharma kala sarge naro narayana vrishi bhutatma uposhamapeta makarat duscharam tapaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you. Ramlala Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. I cannot see properly. Okay, I will try. When I stop, Gauranga Mataji will help me, please. Ture dharma kala sarga naro narayana rishi bhuta bhutatma pasha pasha pasamopeta makara dusaram tapa dure dharma kalo sarge naro narayana rishi bhutatma pashatmeta matpeta makara dusaram tapa dure dharma kalo sarge naro narayana rishi bhutatma pasama peta makara dusaram tapa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Prabhuji. Very nice. So here, Turye is in the fourth line. In the fourth of the line, Dharma Kala Sarghe. Dharma Kala. The Dharma Kala is the wife of Dharmaraja. And Kala and Dharma. Dharma Kala. Sarge in the being born of Nara Narayanau Rishi. Nara Narayanau. So this is Nara and Narayanau. So the two people here. The named Nara and Narayana Rishi sages. Bhotva, and they were becoming Atma Upashama to control the senses, controlling the senses. Atma Upashama. What is the Shama? Is that the Atma is being entangled with the coming into the senses, that is three material modes of nature. But here to control those senses, Atma Upashama Upetam, to achieve that one, what they have done? Akarod Dusyaram Tapaha. They have undertook very strenuous penances. They have to strenuous penances, very severe penances. That is the Turya Dharma Kala Sarghe Nara Narayanau Rushi Bhutva Atma Upasham Upetam Akaroddushtiran Tapaha. So Turya Dharma Kala Sarge Nara Narayanau Rushi and Bhutva Atma Upasham Upetam Akarot Dushyaran Tapaha. So, dear devotees, if you have got any questions on this Sanskrit pronunciations, we got the synonyms here too, because they are split and meanings are given. Any questions if you have got?
Hare Krishna is a Noro Narayana. Is a Narayana and Noro. Is it two personality? Is it?
Yes, Prabhuji. So, Narayanau Rishi. This is Narayanau. And then name.
The four-handed Narayana, is it?
Not four-handed, it is a two-handed. This is the incarnation as the Narayana Rishis. They're the children of Dharma and Kala. So they are the Kala, I think she is also one of the daughter of Kadma Prajapati, I think. So in that way, they're all Kapila Bhagavan is the son of Kadma Prajapati. And also Anasuya Mata is also one of the daughter of Kadma Prajapati. Anusuya's son is Dattatreya. These all are relatives in another way, uncles and cousins kind of thing. That relations. So here Nara and Narayana Rishi, they are the children of Dharma and Kala. And they have performed. And when Narayana was performing this kind of penances, severe penances, Indra was trying to disturb and he has sent the heavenly Apsarasas. At that time, Narayana Rishi, simply by tapping his thigh from his Guru, and he has generated Vorvasi. Guru is the thigh, and when he tapped his thigh, the Vorvasi came from his thigh. And Vorvasi is so beautiful, she is exceeding all the beauty of the heavenly damsels. And then they can't even agitate the Narayana Rishi, so they have returned back. And later on, he has sent the Vorvasi also to the heavenly planets. In other way, Narayana Rishi is the father of Vorvasi. She was begotten without any mother. She was generated from the thigh of Narayana Rishi. So this is Narayana. There are two-handed forms. And let us see what Prabhupada has given in. Prabhuji, would you like to read the purport? Or Sita Sundari Mataji? So translation and purport. So we can understand a little bit and then we'll come back to the verse to recite.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes. A translation. Yeah. In the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Nara and Narayana, the twin sons of the wife of King Dharma. Thus, he undertook service and explanatory penances to control the senses. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As King Rishva, is it?
Yes, Rishabhadev, yes.
Rishabha advised his sons tapasya or voluntary acceptance of penance for realization of the transcendence is the only duty of the human being. It was so done by the Lord himself in an explanatory manner to reach us. The Lord is very kind to the forgetful souls. He therefore comes himself and leaves behind necessary instructions and also sends his good sons as representative to call all the conditioned souls back to Godhead. Recently, within the memory of everyone, Lord Chaitanya, he also appeared for the same purpose to show special favor to fallen souls of the age of iron industry. The
Hare Krishna Mataji, we can't hear you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Sita Sundari Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, you didn't hear the last line?
No, Mataji.
Oh, okay, sorry. The incarnation of Narayana is worshipped still at Badari Narayana on the range Badri Narayana on the range of Himalayas.
Yeah,
Was
Prabhupada.
I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here Badari, Badari is the place and it is also a fruit name, Badari fruit. And the forest is full of Badari trees. And also Vyasdeva also in the similar area.
How is the fruits like, Prabhu? We don't know about the deep fruits. How?
No,
Uh,
but the area.
No, Badari.
Badari, it is a fruit which is the tree grows and it has got some small thorns you throw out the tree and the fruits are little bit sour as well. And this uh, we could see in the South Indian many, but I do not know, I have not gone to
Yeah,
know.
I will search on Google. How?
Yeah, Gauranga Mataji, she knows. Maybe it is from her area. Yeah.
What did you asking, Prabhuji? Do you asking, Prabhuji? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah,
Badari.
Badri. Is it Badri fruits? Do you have any idea about it? Because it mentioned also Himalaya, the area of Himalaya.
So this is the Badari fruit.
Ah, okay.
So this is
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is very renowned fruits in our Bengal part also.
Yes, yes. I like it very much.
And
Yeah.
these fruits, I don't know what is the
Zuzu
pastimes behind. We cannot eat before Saraswati Puja.
yes.
No, we offer fast Ma Saraswati, then
Maghi Panchami.
yeah. What is the like pastime behind? I don't know, but it's our tradition also. I don't know about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
this is
this
the
one we
name.
called Bayer, Prabhuji.
Ah.
It's very nice. First, this
Yeah.
come from sour. Later is
Yeah.
sweet. When this get red, after that become sweet.
Even green form also is sweets.
This one, third one is very like before it was very nice, like organic. And now there are hybrid also, but those are not so taste like before. So
Mm. Yeah, in our early stage time, we like it very. Personally, for me, it was very very favorite for fruits for me.
Yes. And there are many varieties in the same Badari. Some are the natural one, it is bit sour and also sweet. And this kind of, it is another category of the same Badari fruit. Many varieties within that one as well. And the same Badari fruit, there is a story about when the Shabari, Ramachandra and Lakshmana, when they were finding for Sita Mata, at that time they also goes to the South India part. At that time they come across Shabari. So she gave the similar fruits to Ramachandra and by tasting.
After eating, and
Yes.
After
Yes.
tasting, she was collecting for Ramachandra.
But
Yeah,
Yes.
in Bengal part, it is called Boroi.
Boroi.
Almost same name, Boroi.
Yes.
And now cool also. What?
Jujubi, English name also they mentioned Jujubi.
Yeah.
Yeah. In South India, it is called Regi Pandu, something like that. Regi Pandu.
Sorry?
Regi Pandu.
Regi Pandu.
Regi.
Regi Pandu.
Regi Pandu.
Nice to know. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So the
And in Nepal?
Prabhuji?
Sorry, in Nepal, Mataji, what you mentioned? Gauranga Mataji? Which name in Nepal?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. What did you say, Prabhuji? I didn't hear again,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
these fruits, what you call in local name? What is that? These
Uh,
fruits on the screen.
Which one? Number 2 fruit, Prabhuji?
Yeah, these fruits you can see on in the screen.
Yeah,
on
I
the
saw
screen.
which one? Number second. Yeah, we call this one is a boyer, Prabhuji.
Boyer. Okay,
Yes.
similar. Boroi and Boyer.
Yeah, we said boyer.
Almost same. Right. Yeah. It's some modification. Yeah.
So this one, the quality of this thing, when we eat these things, we will be immune to the kind of drowsiness. This is immune. So when the mocha, when in the battle of Ravanasura and Ramachandra, at that time once Lakshmana was unconscious. So when the Indrajit, he has used the weapons of the snakes, the what is the Nagastras. At the time, Lord Ramchandra was still there, and the same thing, it did not hurt Ramchandra, but it hurt Lakshmana. And then later on, Lakshmana asked this kind of question to Ramchandra. So I have read this one, but Ramchandra says that these fruits give the immune to that kind of unconscious, falling unconscious. So sometimes we feel our eyes become dizzy, something like that. So these fruits are very immune to such kind of things. Okay, just bring to that small kind of story to the Badari fruit. So Vyasadeva also live in the same region, and here Narayana Rishi also living in the same region, Himalayas, on the range of Himalayas. Okay, so this is the fourth incarnations of the Lord. So Rishi Turya Dharma Kala Sarghe Nara Narayana Urushi Bhotva Atma Upasham Upetam Akarodusharantapaham. So I request dear devotees kindly practice couple of times, and then so that you will be able to easily remember this verse. Anyone would like to take a turn, and then so this time you try to remember in such a way. You recite 3 times, and then 4th time without looking you have to recite. Not have to, but try to. Okay, so can I request devotees to try? Gauranga Mataji, would you like to go first? Sita Sundari Mataji?
Yeah. Sita Sundari Mataji came only from another. Yeah. Suddenly she got the opportunity.
Yeah.
Turiya Dharma Kala Sarge. Sargo or Sarge?
Sarge.
Okay. Turiya Dharma Kala Sarge. Naro Narayano Rishi. Bhuto Atmo Bhutatmo atma uposama, bhuto atma uposama, upetam, bhuto atma upasana, bhuto atma upasamo, upetam, upetam, okay. Akarot, duscharam, tapaha, akarat, duscharam, tapaha. Turiya dharma kala sargi, naro narayano rishi, bhuto atma upasama upetam, bhuto atma. Sorry, Prabhu, very bad student. Oh my goodness. Bhuto atmo uposama, bhuto atmo uposama upetam, akarat duscharam. Should I pronounce makarat?
This is when we are doing this line completely, Mataji, that is fine. But when you are giving some gap, we need to split that ma here. Upetam akarot dushyantapaha. This is akarot. Akarot means. But if you are doing bhotva atma upashamupetam makaro dushyantapaha, if you are continuing in a sequence without any gap, without taking break, then you can do makarot dushyantapaha. But when you are taking breath, so we need to do like this. Akarot dushyantapaha.
Both like very nice to hear from you, but I can't pronounce. Sorry. Turiya dharma kala sargat naro narayano rishi bhuto atma upasame petam akarat duscharam tapaha. Turiya dharma kala sargo naro narayano rishi bhuto bhutatma po samapetam akarat duscharam tapaha. Turiyatma kala sargo naro narayano rishi bhuta atma upasamapetam akarat duscharam tapaha.
Now close your eyes.
Okay, I try. Turiya dharma kala sarga naro narayano rishi bhuto atma upasamapetam to atma upasamapetam akarat dusharam tapaha. Last line I could not, Prabhuji.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Without looking, you have passed the third line very nicely. Bhotva atma upashama upetam. Perfectly recited.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's.
Could you go once again, Mataji?
She's very good for memory. She can her memory is very sharp.
Turiya dharma kala sarga naro turiya dharma kala sargi naro narayano rishi bhuto atma upasema petam sorry. Akarat dusharam tapaha. I'll go again. Turiya dharma kala sargi naro narayano rishi bhuto atma upasama petam akarat dusharam tapaha.
Very good. You see.
Very nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for encouraging. Really.
Really beautiful, Mataji. You did very nice. Though it was tricky in the beginning in the first times, but at the end, it is so relishing.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And Ramlala Prabhuji, would you like to try?
Gauranga Mataji, then I will follow. Please, Gauranga Mataji can do, then I will do, because I will follow them.
Okay, Prabhuji. Sita Sundari Mataji, now you did very nicely, Mataji. Before then, now you try, Mataji.
Not like you, Mataji. You
Not
did.
just some word is very difficult. This one a little bit good for me, Mataji. Okay. तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्गे नर नारायण वृषे भूतोत्मोपसमोपेतं करो दुश्चरम तपः तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्गे नर नारायण वृषे भूतोत्मोपसमोपेतं करो दुश्चरम तपः तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्गे नर नारायण वृषि भूतात्मोपसमोपेतं करो दुश्चरम तपः. Sorry, I will try Prabhuji with that was. Okay.
Yeah.
तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्गे नर नारायण वृषि महोत सो भूतोत्मोत्करम
भूत्वा आत्मोपशमम् उपेतम् भूत्वा आत्मोपशम उपेतम् भूत्वा आत्मोपशम उपेतम्
भूत्वा आत्मोपशमोपेतम्
अकरोत् दुश्चरन् तपः
अकरो दुश्चरन् तपः. This one difficult, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that is
first line, yeah, Prabhuji. First line, little bit I try. Second line can do. Again, Prabhuji. तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्वो तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्गे नर नारायण वृषि again Prabhuji. तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्व नर नारायण वृषि भूत आत्म परम दुस्सरम param. This one. Sorry, Prabhuji, this one I can.
So भूत्वा आत्म उपशम उपेतम्
भूत्वा आत्मक्षमा
आत्म
आत्मभूषण
आत्म उपशम उपेतम्
आत्मा उपसेत उपतम
Upashama means relieving from the this is distress. Atma Upashama.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Would you like to try, Mataji?
Again, second line is difficult. तुर्ये धर्म कला सर्व नर नारायण वृषि भूत्वा आत्मावत् सर्वस्वशरम तपः. Can read, Prabhuji.
This is Dusharam Tapaha. Dusharam means it is very difficult. Dusharam. So this verse is not Dusharam. Tapaha is the Dusharam. Okay, so here Bhutva Atma Upashama Upetam Akarod Dusharam Tapaha. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Ramlala Prabhuji, would you like to try?
Hare Krishna, yes, I will try. Yes, although I cannot see properly because my glass is not near to me. Anyway, I will try. Please. Yeah, after Gaurangi Mataji did nicely reciting, because I feel really nice. The
Yeah, Mataji's
annotation.
sound is so like
Yeah.
soothing. It's very nice.
Yeah. Yes. We are hearing. It seems to be we are in the Himalaya mountain, in the nearby Kailash mountain. Yeah.
it's
No,
very
Prabhuji, you think about that. You think nice. That's why you listen nice, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Really, we feel that there are many rishis is nearby. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. I will try. তুরে ধর্ম কালো স্বর্গে নর নারায়ণ ঋষি ভূতে আত্মা উপশম পেতাম মকারাত দুঃসারম তপ তুরে ধর্ম কালো স্বর্গে নর নারায়ণ ঋষি ভূতে আত্মা উপশম পেতাম মকারা দুচারম তপ তুরে ধর্ম কালো স্বর্গে নর নারায়ণ ঋষি ভূতাত্ম উপশাম পেতাম মকারা দুচারম তপ তুরে ধর্ম সরি তুরে ধর্ম কালো স্বর্গে নর নারায়ণ ঋষি
Bhutva.
উৎমা উৎমা ভূতা আত্মা উপশাম পেতাম মকারা দুচারা তপ sorry তুরে তুরে ধর্ম কাল স্বর্গে নর নারায়ণ ঋষি ভূতাত্মা উপশম পেতা মকারা দুচারা তপ last time. Yeah. Sorry, Prabhuji.
So here this is Bhutva. Bhutva means the past or becoming. He became, and it is some Bhutva.
Bhuta is a future, is a bhut bhavishyat. We mentioned as a bhut means is it past? Okay, yeah.
It is not Bhutha, it is Bhutva.
Bhuta. Okay, Bhuta.
There is a V here.
Okay, yeah, Bhuta. Okay. Correct. Now.
Yeah, our Bengali pronunciation is little bit different, Prabhuji. Bhutva.
Bhuta. Yeah.
No, in Prabhuji is pronouncing Bhutva.
Bhuta.
Bhutva. Atmo uposhema upetam.
Yeah, I will try.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
তুরে ধর্ম কালো স্বর্গে নর নারায়ণ ঋষি ভূতাত্ম উপশম অপেতা মকারা দুর্সারা তপ
Perfect.
Yeah, because of beginning, first two best student already did, especially Gaurangi Mataji, very nice. Yeah.
Yes, all devotees did very nicely, Prabhuji. Sita Sundari Mataji learned very nicely without looking.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for encouraging inspiration. Nothing else. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your patience with us.
Prabhuji, so it's all we are learning together.
Very kind of you.
Very good. Fortunately, today Sita Sundari is off day.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so that is Turya Dharma Kala Sargye Naranarayana Rishi Bhotva Atma Upashama Upetam Akarod Dushirantapaham. So this is the Narayana Swam. So in the Bhagavatam, before we start, Narayanam Namaskritva Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaimudirayet. There, in that verse, we also see Naram Chaiva, Narayanam Namaskritva. That first Narayanam Namaskritva is the Supreme Lord Narayana in the Vaikuntha Loka. And then Naram Chaiva Narottamam, that is this Naranarayana Rishi. So there also, Suta Goswami is remembering, offering his obeisances to this Naranarayana Rishi. And whenever they have appeared, the demigods, they came and they have offered their obeisances. Yo maya vilchitam nijayatmanidham ke rupa bhedimavatat pratyakshanaaya yeten dharma sadane rishimurtinajha pradushakara purushaya namah parasmai soyam sitivetakara vokshamaaya srustan satvernaha suraganan anime tatvaha दृष्टादब्र करुणेन विलोकनेन यश्रीनिकेतममलं क्षिपतारविन्दम्. So they are glorifying demigods come and they are glorifying this Naranarayana Rishi very beautifully. What they are going to do. So here that Turya Dhamma Kalasarghe Naranarayana Rishi Bhotpa Atma Upashama Upetam Akuroddushrantapaha. And within the same incarnation, they have killed, not killed, so they have fought with the Dambodava, the demon. So who Dambodava is he is the devotee of Lord Sun God, Lord Surya, and by worshipping him, he has got the 1,000 layers on his body, the Sahasra Kavacha. And then because he's demonic and some other, he got conflict with the people. At that time, many people they came, and it seems that that plea come to Naranarayana Rishi, and Naranarayana Rishi took the duty that to go on to fight with the Dambodava. So the Sahasra Kavacha. So whoever kills or whoever removes the one Kavacha of the Dambodava, then what happens? They are going to die. That is the benediction that he received. So, and Naranarayana Rishi, they have got the Mrityunjaya mantra. And whenever Narayana go and fight with the Dambodava, one layer is pieced off, and then Narayana leaves his body. And Nara, what he will come? Using Mrityunjaya mantra, he make the Narayana alive, and then Nara is going to fight with next time. And meanwhile, Narayana go and engage himself in the austerities and tapasya. And then likewise, one after another, they have removed 999 kavachas of the Dambodava. So here, Nara and Narayana Rishi, whenever the last layer of last kavacha of the Dambodava is about to be removed, then sun god came and prayed to the Naranarayana Rishi that he will not be here, he will not disturb you anymore, and then he took him with him. And so in the later time, this Dambodava he was born as the son of Kunti Devi, as Karna. And again, Krishna and Arjuna they were also born. I mean, they have appeared. Krishna appeared as son of Devaki, and Arjuna appeared as son of Kunti Devi as well. It is a very, again, past time. So at that time, again, Lord Indra, he came and he asked for that kavacha in a charity. He has taken away that kavacha. So if he has not taken that kavacha, what would have happened in the battle? In the Kurukshetra battle? It's a different question. So with Indra came and he took that kavacha from the Karna in exchange to the Shakti weapon. Okay, that is Naranarayana Rishi's incarnation. This is the fourth. Turiya Dharma Kala Sarghe Naranarayana Rishi. Bhotva Atma Upashama Upetam Akuruddushrantapaha. Okay, so we shall stop here. And I request the devotees, if you have got any questions or any additions, please kindly add or raise your questions.
Yeah, Prabhuji, is a Noro and Narayana. Noro is meaning of human, is it not? And Narayana is another personality. Here mentioned two different personality. So can you again is still my confusion, please?
So here one Rishi name is Nara and another person name is Narayana. The two different personalities. But
Because
in our
Noro, sorry, because Noro is in general term is human.
yes, in general term it is human, yes. In general term it is human, but here Nara and Narayana are the two names of the people. Just like the spirit soul and super soul, and Arjuna and Krishna is the two personalities. And likewise, Nara and Narayan, two personalities.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you, Prabhuji. If there are no questions, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Very
you,
nice.
sir.
Yeah, Gurunga Mataji, and we all together say loud horrible, three loud horrible for Amaga Prabhu for his giving lecture, for giving us lesson, great contribution. So
Yes.
all together, please say loud horrible. Hari
Hari Bol. Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Amaga Prabhu. You did really nice, Prabhuji, but we cannot catch up. I cannot mostly.
We are just simply trying, Mataji. So with the mercy of Prabhupada and all our gurus and Krishna's mercy, we are together, we are learning each other combinedly.
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm sorry for yesterday, Prabhuji. I cannot join yesterday class, evening class. I went to Manor. There is many neighbors came there. So 400, more than 400, like 500 people came. Then Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj is there. Then His Grace Pati Prabhu is there. Then I been late, 1 hour late. It's 3 o'clock, but I went there 4 o'clock. So Kirtan is finished. Then after that, Maharaj, Mahavishnu Maharaj, he spoke. He going to spoke that time. Then Pati Prabhu is translated from Nepali. Then after that, Pati Prabhu going to again his lecture. After that conclude, then Prasad is nice. After that, we went Radha Gokulananda Darshan. I took my friend and my relative. We are 9 people. Then with that, then many Nepalese devotee and Nepalese people is get together there. So nice yesterday, Prabhuji. Very nice program. Is Nepali devotees organized that? Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
First time, yeah, Prabhuji. They give hall free, 2 room hall free. Then prasadam is they pay, devotees, all devotees pay for prasadam. So it's beautiful, Prabhuji. Beautiful association yesterday was.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing that moments. It is really wonderful. So having Nepali devotees coming to 400 in number and having congregation in the temple, that is so beautiful. And having Krishna Katha, having feast and associating with each other, friends and everyone is so beautiful.
Yes, Prabhuji. The devotee or people came far away from there. So it was beautiful. Then one couple, maybe Indian, and they are got married there. We saw when they came. I saw them. We saw also marriage ceremony there. Little bit men entrance we saw there.
Wow.
Haribol.
Nice. Haribol.
Haribol. Is it?
Yes.
I heard at the beginning. Is it 400? It seems to be.
400.
Oh, sorry. You think 400 means?
Yeah,
uh,
for more than 400, like 500 probably. The true hall is all
wow.
packed probably. Yeah.
Really, really very nice.
Mm.
Sound is very
Mm.
good. I At the beginning I was thinking 400 is Narayana. Is Vaikuntha Loka.
Like with Sloka, yeah. And then I personally asked when we went Radha Gokulananda Darshan. After that we come back. That time I met Patil Prabhu. Then he talked with our group. We are four people there. Then I asked what when you are living from here. Then he said, I live in here 5 days. Many program is here. Someone doing Ukraine people, then Indian, then others. He told me that. Then I asked our Prabhuji, one Prabhuji is he want to do program with you. He is Bengali, Bangladesh, from Bangladesh, so he want to do program when you come. He said that. Then I said yes. This time I cannot do because I have to go. I cancel my program other countries. So next time when I come, then let you know. He said that probably. Maybe he coming next year, probably.
Oh, Hare Krishna, it's a long way. Yes, I was thinking that if any chance, that was my question also. If is there any chance to have an opportunity for Patrick we can give, especially in Bengali as a community, so it would be nice. Yes.
Yes, when he come next time for here, probably, then I will ask, then let you know, probably.
Please,
Yeah, please,
please,
Mataji.
please. Although it is long way to go, we don't know, but it was great fortune. It would be nice if